Just before we get down to this, right? Let me know if you can actually hear me loud and clear. By the way, I wouldn't know what has been has somehow been affected somehow, right? So please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear before we go on. And to everybody who would likely to watch this all over again in later, right? Please make sure that you start watching from 10 minutes. Skip the 10 minutes. I'm going to cut that off later, though. Last night, it was an ex parte order from Falana. And that was a threat to shut up the whistleblower, very dark man. For the past few weeks, we have been saying that the expose on that audio that Bobrisky shared, or should I say the phone conversation that Bobrisky shared with this anonymous individual exposed by a very dark man. Yeah, it may get today. Thank you so much. And then again, I apologize for that technical glitch. Is totally unexpected. But here I am. I think I'll still be able to make it up to us at some point. The worst case scenario is that we won't be taking calls, right? But maybe we can. Who knows? So those of you who have been sort of trying to force it on us, ram it down our throats, that it makes sense. Some of you even call me, well, not some, anyway, some, one or two lunatics on this platform, which I have managed to possibly expunge from here. They called me legal illiterate. I am illiterate when it comes to legal matter. There are still some mofos here who still come at me thinking that they are right. We said on this platform that whatever it is that a very dark man released, it doesn't matter how you see his personality. You may not like him. It's not important whether you like him or not, okay? You may not like his style. It doesn't really matter as well. What happened is this. He exposed something. Nigeria is a rotten place, no doubt. But there are individuals who make the place rotten. It's not just the politicians. It is the conglomeration of different kind of criminals hiding behind one single finger, thinking that they are either untouchable or they are unseen. So if the expose is something that we should trace, like just follow the money, right? You may be doing us a big favor, right, in cleansing the system that is there to possibly affect you and I, okay? Eventually, that's what Nigeria is all about. It is the conglomeration of different criminals perpetrating different crimes and cover up. So that somebody exposed this, okay? You shouldn't be cherry picking simply because some names are mentioned, and to you, those names shouldn't be mentioned. They are like, untouchables, something like that. So therefore, throwing the word defamation here and there won't actually make it real or make it legal. So he said, listen, if anybody feels defamed by either the style or the process of exposing this bribery, this cover-up, they should go to court. Nobody should intimidate anybody. Nobody should threaten anybody. But to some of you who come here on Tumayegun's Diary Political to come and try to, explain to us or call me names for trying to say, listen, something has happened. It is either Bobrisky is lying or he's saying the truth. So if he is lying, anyone who feels his name mentioned in this regard, whether it is EFCCO or whether the guy said from the prison service, right? The best they will do is to what? Is to sue him. I mean, like properly, rather than go after the whistleblower. But a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, for those of you who are very regular on maybe Instagram, and then maybe I think TikTok to some extent. Majority of the people that actually hated that young man, very dark man, they hated him not because he's done anything wrong, but because he has gone after so many people they call their celebrity, or whether not celebrities, or whether not the respected guys, or on social media. He has exposed some of their fraudulent ways. And because of that, some people felt like, he's doing too much. Here you get. He should leave fake vendors on social media, scamming people. He should leave them alone. He should go and face politicians. Nigerians, they love to cherry pick. They will cherry pick and say, talk about this one, leave that one. So when this issue of Femi Falana came up, to them, gotcha. You don't go talk to Falana, Abi. You don't go mention Falana. Now you they go jail. You go do jail. So some people didn't know that some of these haters, they are coming from the background of history they have with a very dark man. Not about the actual event that happened, the expose. So some started explaining to me, it's a defamation. Mayogu is a defamation. Then let me tell you, it's a defamation. And to those of you who believe it's a defamation, right? I told you, I said, if there's anybody defaming anybody here, it is going to be Bobrisky, who told people, God knows how many people he told. If he is lying, he is the one that mentioned Femi Falana, Falz Falana, Falana's son, right? That they wanted to collect a 10 million naira bribe so that they will remove his name. At the same time, it was on that same audio said he asked Falana to borrow him money. So the person that mentioned all these names is Bobrisky. If there's anybody to go after at all, it should be Bobrisky, Idris Okuneye. So how everybody now wanted to kind of put it on the whistleblower, and begin to shout defamation. So I said, no, you won't force that, and you will not cover it up. So they came after somebody like me too. Maybe, some of these lunatics, they were calling me names. Some were even typing epistle. You this Mayegun, you this yen, because some of them don't like me too. Here you get. So when they want to have their own, when they feel like their own supposed criminal is touched, they can use their chance to come at you. Same way they went after that young man. And since then, the Falanas have been unraveling. They have been unraveling that a lot of people are beginning to see them for who they are. So last night, we saw we saw an ex parte order which showed that the Falanas are either afraid of having a very dark man one-on-one in court, or they actually have something to hide. Here you get. So they went to a court, a judge, one Olori Bruku Dawudu judge in Lagos, to get an ex parte order against somebody that you said is defaming you. Abi, because of what he said, he should go and delete this, he should go and delete that. And the judge granted that without seeing the person, without the person appearing in his court. So this morning, another one there, which kind of now feels like, it's like you are now doing it right, which is Femi Falana's lawyer. They have now put something in the media, which they said Bobrisky, the originator of the whole scandal, must tender a written apology and then he should recount what he said about Falana and Falz Falana in that audio. So to me, it hasn't exonerated them all. But that is where they should have started from. And to those of you who are social media lawyers, justifying the madness, justifying the stupidity of the Falanas, bragging and dropping their names, like, dropping their weights here and there. We will show you that we are Falanas. We'll meet in court. The Winners won't go, they won't even invite him to court. They ran to a court to go and get ex parte order. So that's where they should have started from. The originator, you, Bobrisky, where did we ask you for money? Where did we ask you for 10 million naira to go and bribe presidency so that they can give you presidential pardon? That's where they should have started from. It will now be after, let's say, okay, they now go, Bobrisky now said, no, I'm so sorry, you did not ask me for money, I'm so sorry that I said that, because number one, there is no denial anymore that indeed Falana Falz actually spoke to Bobrisky. They had a conversation. And the conversation, according to Bobrisky, there are two conversations. The first one was about getting money from Falz, borrowing money from him, because he's afraid he didn't know who set him up. And that is why he's being careful of who he would call to tell them that he wanted to bribe the prison officials, okay, so that he won't go to prison or he won't serve his term in prison, but in a flat opposite the prison facility. So that one is not a crime to say, oh, you asked me for money, and that money is that you wanted to go and bribe the prison officials, and I told you I don't have money. That's not a crime. The second part is that the Falanas wanted him to pay them 10 million naira so that they can remove his name from criminal record by getting him presidential pardon. Now, that is defamation if it is not true. Here you get now. So Bobrisky would have to be the one to say, I'm so sorry you didn't ask me for money. I apologize. Now, if after that, somebody now kind of go ahead to say, Shebi, you, this Falana, are you not the ones who asked for 10 million naira from Bobrisky? You can be charged for defamation. Because the originator has already apologized to say, no, you did not ask me for money. Here you get now. That is when, if Bobrisky now come out and say, no, they didn't ask me for money, I made that up. So the only person to be sued will be who? Bobrisky. But if he now says, I apologize, I'm so sorry I said that and all that, that is now left for the Falanas to say, okay, you know what, we forgive you, but don't say that again. You get? Then if after that, any small thing, somebody now go ahead and say, maybe the Falanas were asking Bobrisky for 10 million. Now you they go sue. Because Bobrisky don't retracted his statement. He has apologized. Falanas has forgiven him. So if you now go on and make a video to accuse Falanas of asking Bobrisky for money, they can sue you then. And you don't need to be a lawyer to know that. I also said it last night. I said, Bobrisky can sue the person he was on the phone with. He can't even sue Very Dark Man. You get that? You can't. The reason is this. Very Dark Man will be a third party. All of us that shared the video, downloaded it, shared it, will be 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th defendant. Will be like a 100th party. So how many of us you want to sue? So you have to sue the person that you are speaking to, that person that recorded without your consent. That's the person you will sue. Not even Very Dark Man. You don't need to be a lawyer to know that. But some of you already bruku, some boot slaves, sophisticated morons in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, you came at me because you wanted to, God knows what your history is with Very Dark Man, and I don't care what your history is. I would rather follow the audio. Even after I said, see you, Very Dark Man and all of that, all right? He may have his own flaws. He may be talking too much, as you say, because they say I talk too much too. There are some widows that said I talk too much too. Here you get. Some will tell me that I should go and face politicians and leave their pastors. I should go and face this and leave religion. Some Olori Brukus come here to say that. But they don't say it to my face. Because Nigerians love to cherry pick the society that they have created for themselves, right? The abnormalities that they have normalized is because Nigerians love to cherry pick. They pick and say, no, talk about this one. Leave that one. That one is not our problem. Bobrisky is not our problem. This Very Dark Man, they must teach him a lesson. Why? Because he exposed some of the fraudulent people you worship on social media. Fraudsters, scammers, and the rest of them. Abi? He himself, he never presented himself as a saint and say, I'm a saint. I am better. No, he never. He uses his platform to expose whatever wrong he comes across, which is what everyone should be doing. That doesn't mean that He's presenting himself as a saint or a better person. Now, Nigerians, now they try to demoralize people who will never, for some reason, right, that will never act just like some of you would act in most cases. The Falanas now kind of make it look more like a mockery when they went on from TV station to TV station to online platform to here and there, and they were all shouting, "Very dark man." It is that statement. It is that his comment. What the heck is your problem with his comment? If I make a comment after hearing something, so you're going to sue me, but you ignore that thing that I'm reacting to, Abi, or you use your Nigerian madness, your Nigerian hypocrisy, and say, we know that one, but leave that one. It is what you said after. What did I say after that? So last, the Falanos lawyer, in their own letter, they said they are giving Bobrisky, they've given him, I'm coming on. There's something I want to put up. They've given him 12 hours. What the heck is all these things with this timing, by the way? Any small thing, they say, I give you 24 hours. I give you 7 hours. I give you so hours. Like, what is this thing with ultimatum? Some of them that are like just like like paper tigers or paper dog that can only bark but can't bite. So listen to their statement, the lawyer, in a letter. So they said, the name of the law firm, by the way, what is that name again? Falana something. It would a matter, right? So in their letter, they said, we are counsel to Mr. Femi Falana, senior advocate of nuisance. Here, I'm hearing after referred to as our client, on whose behalf we write this letter regarding your slanderous statement against him, right? We have confirmed that you took advantage of your recent imprisonment. Yeah, we are just screen carry. That's what I'm reading now. See, that's what I'm reading. We have confirmed that you took advantage of your recent imprisonment to extort money from a group of artists and other members of the public. You will recall that you called Mr. Falana, popularly known as Falz, on May 4, 2024, and requested him to assist you with the sum of 3 million naira to secure a special place in the Kirikiri Correctional Center. So they confirmed that truly they spoke. Okay. So, what do you call the audio released by Very Dark Man is true then. Okay. That's confirmation one. And the money mentioned has been confirmed by his lawyer, by Falana's lawyer too, Abi. That's evidence number 2. Even though Falz turned down your request, you were quoted in a video to have said that he informed you that his father, our client, had undertaken to write a letter of pardon for you. Evidence number 3 is that Falz, that audio, to confirm that that audio was true, is that Falz said he didn't have money. Evidence number 4, confirmed. Evidence number 5, that you, in that audio, Bobrisky said, Falana, Femi Falana, who is a father to Falana, that Falz told him that his father will help Bobrisky to write a letter of pardon. Evidence number 5. Evidence number 6, you also said, which is confirming the audio that Bobrisky said is AI generated. So they said, you also said that our clients had spoken to you and that the sum of 10 million naira would be needed to bribe officials who would process the application for your pardon. Evidence number 7, because truly Bobrisky said that in that audio, that, Femi Falana, son, he's a son. So Femi Falana said that they will need the 10 million naira. And Falz said he would talk to his dad for me. And then, here you get. So all of this to confirm that truly the phone call is genuine. From the side of Femi Falana's lawyer now, okay, in another video, you claim that you had paid 5 million naira upfront to a senior advocate of Nigeria. You remember that second video released by Very Dark Man, Abi? Do you remember that one? A few days ago. Aha. So they included it in this their letter. Then he didn't mention Femi Falana in that one. He only said he has paid 5 million naira. Sure you get, to a senior advocate of Nigeria. Son, but he didn't mention Falana. In an attempt to secure a federal government pardon over the charges filed against you by the EFCC. So, which means in this letter, by these words, Falana's lawyers confirmed the audio released by Very Dark Man to be what? To be authentic. As they are now addressing the person who it originated from. You also claim that the senior advocate of Nigeria had initially requested 10 million. Remember that the first audio, he mentioned Femi Falana clearly there. That Falz told him, Bobrisky said, Falz told him that his father need 10 million to get him a pardon. But in this second one, he didn't mention Falana. He just said senior advocate of Nigeria. So for his legal services, but that you explained to him that you were unable to raise the full amount as your account had been frozen by the EFCC. Here you get. So he said, in fact, you have since published a list of persons who believed your concocted story and donated millions of naira to pay our client to write a letter of pardon and bribe some unnamed public officers on your behalf. If you go and see the second day that Bobrisky got released, second day, he published the names of people that donated money, that gave him money. I think he raised almost 100 million naira or something. I don't know. I'll go and look for that. He published the names of those who gave him money. Don Jazzy. I think he published the name of Falz too. I'm not sure. Okay. But Shah published the name of different people on their Instagram, actors, actresses, people who gave him money. So this lawyer, Femi Falana's lawyer, is now mentioning that okay, your decision to involve our client, Femi Falana, in the criminal enterprise was a figment of your fertile imagination. Contrary to your spurious claims, you never briefed our client to write a letter of pardon for you. Okay, let's be clear here. Bobrisky never said he spoke with Falana. He never said that in the audio. None of the audio he said that. He said, Falana, Falz, Falana's son, was the one that said his father would take 10 million to write the pardon. And Falana, Falz, said he never had such conversation other than when he called him to borrow money. Yeah? Which Femi Falana himself confirmed in a TV interview, a online interview. Remember that? So now, the legal team now says, you will agree with us that you made all these defamatory statements in a reckless manner when you knew that you did not call our clients on the phone to instruct him to write a letter of pardon on your behalf. Our client has never spoken to you on your pardon or any subject whatsoever. Having regard to the fact that our client has secured pardon for not less than 300 Nigerians convicted by military and civilian courts in Nigeria, Libya, Thailand, and the Gambia on a pro bono basis, we need to investigate that. Your defamatory statements have severely damaged his reputation at home and abroad. Okay, sorry about that. But we need to investigate these 300 Nigerians. So this is where you need this is actually where you need investigative journalists to check who are the 300 Nigerians convicted by military and civilian courts in Nigeria, Libya, Thailand, and the Gambia. So we need to know what was their crime. I mean, what were their crimes? Okay, before Femi Falana got pardon for them. Here you get. I'm just saying this because if this happened to be a Western world, all these 300 Nigerians by now will get their names. We will know them. What kind of crime did they commit? So that we can know the type of people that Femi Falana is getting pardon for. That is not, that shouldn't be hard. Here you get now. It's not like trying to make him look bad. We just need to know the character of people that Falana is getting pardon for. 300 people have gotten a presidential pardon. Right. So the lawyer continued. We therefore demand the immediate retraction of the defamatory and derogatory statements